JB Rose Singing Vegan Mum. This is the bank holiday weekend. Wow, and guess what? We've got a little bit of weather. Hopefully it's going to go up to 24s and 25s and 26, so they say. It's that they wanted to do the workout, and I had planned to do this week's recipe, which is here, and I had planned to go onto the barbecue and do like a whole barbecue thing outside. But you know what? When I went to the barbecue, it was proper mashup. I had a proper mashup barbecue, rusty and everything. I covered it and everything, but it didn't manage to last out the winter. So I thought I'd do the same thing, but in the house. Yeah, I made a beautiful dish. It's so delicious. See, I'm trying to lose off the weight, but when I make things like this, it's like hard for me not to just yam it off. Well, what did I make? But before I say that, I want you to like and subscribe so that every time I turn up, you know that I'm here. Also share, tell everybody about me. I'm JB Rose. I'm a singer, I'm a vegan, I'm a mum. I've got a single out right now called Gold, doing terrific, doing brilliantly. So listen, if you want to know what's going on with my food and my music, subscribe and you'll get to know everything. I'm here, guys, especially if you're here to begin the whole vegan journey, to make it a real easy process, to make food that's not going to make you go, oh, what do I eat, what do I eat, what do I eat? That's what I'm here for, guys. So check me out and subscribe. So I made this beautiful dish. What did I make? I made a Caribbean style hot dog with jackfruit and of course the jerk seasoning, just to give it that Caribbean vibes. And then I got a dumpling, and it's gluten free. I made the dumpling into a bun for our hot dog. It's delicious. Of course, I made a little sauce to go with it. The kids want to get to it, but I wanted to do the video first before the kids just finish it off. Look, let me show you the sausages on its own. Look at that, people. The sausages just look delicious. Really, really love it. These are vegan sausages made out of jackfruit. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Yeah. So guys, this is how I made my Caribbean hot dog and my gluten-free dumpling.
That make me feel like I'm not worth it. I internalize, I'm in my disguise until I saw the light in me reflected. Hey, so that ain't gonna weigh me down. Now I see it inside out. I got a remedy that runs true. Oh yeah, so nobody can tell you how. Say what you wanna do right now. All that you want is inside of you. It shows that you're gold. Everything you knew, you know. All you gotta do is be bold, in control. You've been told, yeah, and it shows that you're gold. You're gold. Everything you need, you hold. All you gotta do is be bold, in control. You've been told, and it shows that you're gold.
As you can see, we've got some gram flour, and that's about 2 cups. And then we want a teaspoon of baking powder, or maybe have a little bit more to it. Mix that all up. And then corn flour, 1 tablespoon. Some salt. Again, mix it all up. About a tablespoon of garlic powder, and another tablespoon of virgin olive oil. And this is xanthan gum. What we're trying to do is, because it is gluten free, we want to give it some body and be able to have a bit of a bite to it. So that's why I've added in all these extra ingredients to a normal Caribbean dumpling. As you can see now, I'm mixing it all together, and I'm going to knead it all up just to make it lovely and starting to get into looking like a dumpling. Then I'm going to let it sit for a little bit before I go on to the next part of this recipe. Jerk jackfruit hot dogs. As you can see, I'm just chopping up all my essential ingredients. It's all going to go into the mixer and it's going to blend. So there's some onions here, and of course, you know what, that's not in this picture. Oh, there it is. It's the garlic. Here is the garlic. Beautiful, lovely, lovely. Chopping it all up. On the right there, you can see the jackfruit sitting there waiting to go in. Yes, oh, and of course I got from my garden, I got some fresh thyme, and also I got some fresh sage from the garden. Add in the jackfruit. As you can see, it's looking lovely. Just a tin of jackfruit there. And some coriander. Fresh is best, but my garden didn't have any. And parsley, again, fresh is best, but my cupboard and my fridge didn't have any. And then here's some jerk seasoning, lots and lots. Be generous because this is the Caribbean bit. And some soy sauce, I'd say a teaspoon of soy sauce. That looks a bit more, but it's a teaspoon. Some smoked paprika. Now I know I use a jerk powder already, but I do like to bump these things up. So that's some hot smoked paprika as well. And then this is a lovely ingredient here, some yeast flakes, some 2 tablespoons of that. And some sea salt. Now try not to use too much salt. I know I've just added some in there, but the other ingredients really do have a lot of salt in it. So we're going to liquidize everything now, and it should be ready. There you go, look at that lovely mixture. Put it in a bowl. Add a little bit more gram flour or chickpea flour, because now we're going to make them into our sausage shapes. There we go. Just grab a handful and roll out your sausages, whatever size you want them to be. And now to firm up your hot dogs, it's really good to just put it in the freezer for maybe 20-30 minutes just to get it all nice and firm. So I did loads of hot dogs, so I'm trying to find space here in the freezer and leave it there. Okay, so now it's time to fry them on all sides, or maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes. Gently fry them. As you can see, it's going so nice. Look how lovely they look beautiful.
All you gotta do is be bold, in control. You've been told, and it shows that you're gold. Everything you need, you hold. All you gotta do is be.
Time now for our dumpling buns. Now, as you saw, I made loads and loads of hot dogs, but for the purpose of today, I'm just going to make 3 buns for 3 hot dogs, just so we save time. And so again, I've just got a pan of oil, and I'm gently cooking on all sides this lovely dough, and it will rise, so you'll see that it will rise and also get a beautiful color. Can you see that? Look at that, it's really cooking nicely and getting lovely and brown. As we've got still lots of other elements to get through, just put your oven on and just nice and warm. Put it in there for a little bit, because now we want to do our jerk onion topping. Really simple. So some oil in a pan, and then some onions, garlic, a little bit of pepper, and you're going to cook that through, let that sweat. Add some mixed herbs, add extra garlic powder, turmeric, more jerk seasoning, and then just let that really sweat. Allow the onions to sweeten. Then I'm going to add some black pepper and continue to cook, sweat. I chopped up some tomato, just 1 tomato finely, and then some soy sauce. Again, let that sweat. And then I'm just going to add some tomato ketchup. Again, I don't want it runny, I just really want it to be like a sauce on top. And here we are ready. We're going to start to open up our lovely buns. Look at that, look at the texture and that heat coming from it. And we're going to put those big old fat hot dogs in there. I think my hot dogs are a bit fat, but it's lovely still. And then we're going to add our lovely topping on top. Look at that, oh, lovely. And of course, remember earlier we made our squash chips. And at the back there you can see the plantain. And I'm going to plate this up for you. Look at that! I'm in the garden now, and look how delicious that is looking.
And it shows that you're gold.
Since everything's opened up, I said, let's go out. Let's take this opportunity just in case they lock us down more rather than open up. So I went out with the kids. That's my lovely Afua. Oh, to be outside in the lovely, sunny, fresh air. Gotta have our mask though when we're doing our bowling. So I've got this side. I feel like I've got a beard. So nice. This is nice. I'm not sure if Marilyn Monroe looks like Marilyn Monroe though. My youngest is a bag of energy. So excited to be out, as you can see, jumping around the place. So I guess the highest level and charge the phone. Child. We played bowling, now we're out hanging out in the sun. Some of them are playing on the swings. The bigger boys are being all cool and they are just sort of hanging out. I don't know what boys are doing. What do 12-year-olds do these days? They work it out anyway. So yeah, it's beautiful. I'm getting my vitamin D. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. It's a lovely bank holiday, May weekend, May. Now guys, here is the recipe. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Look at those dumplings. Look at the squash I made that go with it. And of course you can see the plantain. Isn't it lovely? I just want to go, but that's a bit greedy, right? Now guys, it's time for me to try this lovely recipe. But of course, we can't do this like this. I'm still in my gym gear. So what we're gonna do, let's go out in the garden. Now that's better, isn't it? So I have this very, very hearty hot dog for us to try with the plantain. I put the plantain inside. Of course, the weather's so lovely. Obviously, we have to treat ourselves. Now, I'm not a drinker, but I do have some sparkling fruit drink. Let us celebrate the weather, celebrate the fact that we are coming out of lockdown, and let us try my lovely, lovely Caribbean dish. Now, it's a lot, yeah? I'm gonna have a lot on my face if I do this. First of all, I'm just gonna eat the bread bit. The dumpling. Remember, it's gluten-free. And it really worked out really well. Really, really tasty. Remember, we had the butternut squash. And of course, the plantain. The sausages, I must try the sausage, of course, with the sauce on top. So here we go. It's really filling, guys. This, you can see by my plate, right? Proper filling. So I'm going to take my time and work through this. It's just easy to cook vegan, and also it's a lot cheaper than buying meat. So anytime you feel like, oh my God, what should I cook? Just check out my YouTube. There's loads and loads of easy recipes, savory and sweet, for you to try. I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful bank holiday weekend. There's so much great stuff happening out there. So go and enjoy yourself with the family, with the kids, or just go out and have a night out without the kids, which is even better. So guys, for healthy vegan options, I'm your girl. I'm your girl.